It was tough to really pick what the game of the week in Week 8 was in the East region especially. I mean, that Rowan Wesley game was incredible. The Merchant Marine game, that comeback over WPI. Frostburg pulling out against Montclair State. But then Western Connecticut, they must have known what they were doing by scheduling a late game on Saturday. And not only was it scheduled late, but it ended much later than anybody would have really assumed. And it finally ended thanks to our next guest, James. And why don't you do the honors of introducing him?
Yeah, no, I think they saved the best for last. I believe it was a homecoming game for the Colonials, and they're now 7-0, one of, I think, 3 undefeated teams remaining, at least in New England anyway. But a big reason with that, he scored 4 touchdowns, including the game-winning 2-point conversion for a 50-48 4-overtime win for Western Connecticut. Senior running back Kyle McKinnon. Kyle, welcome to In the Huddle.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing well, sir.
Doing
and you got to be happy. Look at that stat line: 20 for 78, 4 touchdowns, 2 in overtime. Kyle, let's take the second half situation first before we even get to overtime. 28-14, you're trailing in this game. And what was being said on the sideline? I mean, look, you're undefeated. You're leading the MASCAC. One trip up, especially against Bridgewater State, and everything could change. You knew this going in, I think. What was being said in that second half during the attempt at a comeback?
Me personally, just remain calm. Like, that's what everybody was talking about. Last year, like, against Hartwick, we was down like 28 points, so it wasn't anything really pretty much new. So we know that if we stay calm and focused, and everything would work out in our way, in our favor.
Yeah, was there a little added emphasis though? I mean, you're under the lights. I think it was your homecoming game. I mean, did the energy of the crowd kind of get you guys fired up?
Oh, the crowd, yeah, definitely. The crowd they give us a lot of emotion. Just the atmosphere, just being around here, that it just give a lot of energy to the game. They constantly just cheering us on, especially when we get down. Just constantly remind us, it's gonna be all right. Just stay in there.
Well, one thing we were pointing out before this game was that Bridgewater State, which was a team that was on the rise a couple of years back in the MASCAC, was a team that kind of was sneaking up on the conference this year. They kind of weren't in our picture at all until maybe about 2 weeks ago. We started picking up on the fact, hey, they're still kind of hanging in there, especially their conference record at that point. Was this a team that maybe your team was overlooking a little too much in the first half because of that same scenario, maybe looking ahead too much? What do you think was really going on there, or was it just this Bridgewater State team's legit to that degree?
No, we wasn't looking too ahead. Like, we knew there was going to be a good team, but their D-line they were just playing the right game. They were doing the right things, and we just had to make adjustments. And later, as the game go on, it started turning in our favor.
JB, let's pick which overtime we're going to talk about now. 1, 2, 3, or 4, I guess, is the question.
Well, I kind of want to backtrack a little bit, because I was looking at Kyle's stat line, and he started off the year, only had, I think, 6 carries in the first game, and then you didn't play for a couple of games. So I assume that you had a little injury that you had to recover from. But the last 4 games, I think you've scored something like 12 touchdowns, including the 4 that you just had on Saturday night. Tell us a little bit about the roller coaster ride of what your season's been like so far.
But at the beginning of the season, I had a little bit of injuries that were just holding me back. And as the season went on, just staying in the training room, they get me better to come back on the field, or get back healthy to 100% to do what I'm doing now.
How does it feel to have the coach's confidence, though, obviously, to come back and be able to post the numbers you've been able to show that resurgence? Tell us about your relationship with your coaching staff.
The coaching staff, it's great. I could come in here anytime I want. They're always here, open hands. If I'm trying to improve my game, they just tell me what I need to work on. I know I'm not the brightest person.
Hey, that makes James and me too. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about OT.
Yeah, let's go back to the. So you guys make the comeback. You tie it up 28-28. I mean, at some point in time, you guys keep trading punches with the Bears. They're up, and then you're up, and then it just keep. Then there was these missed extra points, and eventually you guys are having to go for two. I mean, I guess. What was that part of the game like for you guys? Was it just like, oh my gosh, we're never going to get this thing solved?
The roller coaster of emotion. It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down, but you just gotta stick through it.
You stuck through it.
Yeah.
What was the play call for the?
You just can't give up. Just no matter what the situation is, like more of the story, you just gotta stick it through, and just everything will pan out. If you give it your all, you're gonna get what you reward.
Amen. What was the play call? JB was asking for the 2-point conversion. To the degree you can tell us that secret information. I mean, what? No, you can't tell us. Basically, Kyle, run into the end zone. That was the play call, I think, ultimately. And you did so to make it the 50-48 score, and congratulations, because, I mean, look, again, keeping an undefeated season alive, first time since 2003, I want to say, JB, was what we had deduced on this, or even before that. It's been a long time, nonetheless. Western Connecticut State is one of those teams, when I was younger, my friend, that was always that powerhouse, and some off years. To see the resurgence brings back some memories here. See Brockport doing what they're doing, see what you guys are doing, and Frostburg State, for instance. It's amazing to see the teams coming back in the progression here. But there's a team watching right now. They are, I believe, Fitchburg State, and they are next on your schedule. Yep, and they are between you, basically, and Framingham State, who's kind of salivating at a possible matchup with you in Week 10, but first Week 9, Fitchburg State. How do you, as a senior, help your team right now not look too far ahead, and give us a little bit of a report on what you think about Fitchburg State to the degree that you've seen them before or seen some video of them this year? Kind of take us through the next two games, but especially the next game.
First off, we got to just put that last game, the 4 overtime game, in the past. So it's a new week, it's a new team. We just go back to square one. Come up, tell everybody, hey, we got to do this one. If we want to keep this undefeated thing going, we got to stick to it. Just continue doing what you're doing. Stay on time. Be consistent.
That's very well said. We've told teams like Brockport, Coach Mangoni was on last week, and we admit the fact you've won nothing except for 7 ball games right now, and so you're still in a conference race, and you need to win out basically to ensure first off the playoff slot, second off a good seed ultimately in that situation. It's kind of rarefied air here for Western Connecticut. We haven't really seen this for you guys over the last couple of years to this degree, so we'll see what happens there. Tell us a little bit about your progression, in football. Where are you from? What are you going to do after school? What's the before and after for you? Why did you pick WestCon?
Number one, I picked WestCon. It's home. I'm from New London, Connecticut. I went to New London High School. Big New London out here. So, and just, I don't know, just something about this state just shows a lot of support to everybody that's here. So that's the main reason why I kept it here. So
I am a Connecticut. I am from outside of Hartford area, so I'm right there with you, man. Let's go Connecticut.
No, do you get a lot of family? Does a lot of family show up for your games since you're so nearby?
Of course. My mom haven't missed any of my games. I could count. My mom probably missed like 3 games my whole entire life. I've been playing football. So big shout out to Mom. Wait a minute.
Why did you miss the 3? Mom, what the hell? What the heck happened here, Mom?
Mom's gonna take care. There's probably some long road trips. You can't go on all of them, but yeah.
Nice. She made plenty long trips.
Well, good plenty for her, and she should be very proud of you, Kyle, to say the least, with everything that's going on right now for you and the team, and what's in the future for you, I'm sure, as well. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, but about the school and stuff, like I have my associates in business administration. That's another main reason why I came to the school. It's like next door to New York, so it's like a 15-minute drive. Just pretty much everything just working in my favor. And I'm done in school in December. I get my bachelor's in small business management. So I got big plans to happen. So.
JB, I feel like this is a name that you and I need to remember down the line and come begging for a job someday when we're older, because he's going to basically need to hire us. He knows how to work overtime. That's for darn sure. He had to work 4 of them on Saturday.
That's true.
JB,
That's right.
though, I think you know what's next. The favorite part, he's going to show us that smile, I think, during this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kyle, we have a tradition on our show where any and all of our guests at the end, they get to take the floor and do shout outs to any family, friends, teammates, current and former. We've had people thank high school coaches, high school teachers, their aunts and uncles, their grandparents, the whole thing. So this is your opportunity. Yeah, you might have to pull out. You're gonna have to get the list. Make sure he's got everyone on his phone.
Hold on, James. Let's get comfortable. Let's find our seats here, our comfortable seats. Hold on. Don't move. Oh, he's getting this down. Okay.
I'm gonna
get ready.
This is the best. This is the best lead up to the shout out round we've ever had right now. We're keeping this in, Kyle. I hate to tell you, because this is how it should be done. Okay. So Kyle McKinnon. Shout outs. So make sure you sit back and look into that camera big and with the smile. There it is. You are on with shout outs.
First, I want to shout out my man Khalil, Stevie, Hazel, Charlie, Angel, 50 Fitch on the gram. Make sure you follow him. DJ Malik, everybody on the West Con football team, especially my family, just continually showing me their love and support and keep on pushing me to do better. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it's all right.
Yeah, we're putting on
this has turned into one of my favorite interviews in all of our time. Kyle, you're shy about it. I know you are, but you are a great interviewee, that's for sure, and a great football player with that big win. 4 touchdowns, 2 in overtime, as it says there, in that 50-48 win. But Fitchburg State and Framingham State and Westfield State still on the schedule. They're going to try to knock you off the perch, my friend, and welcome to having the bullseye on your back, as they say, as a football team. It's going to be a different feeling for sure, but if anybody can handle it, I think you can. So good luck to you down the stretch here.
Thank you.